It's tourney time from Northridge High School for the first time in OH.REPORT history. It is time to watch a sectional championship game in Division 5 between the Centerburg Trojans and the Northridge Lady Vikings. It's coming to you live and free on the OH.REPORT next.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
For over 12 years, you've trusted Scout Construction for quality building and remodeling. Now we're proud to offer expert excavation services to start your project off right. You see what we build, now see the way we dig. Experience the Scout Construction difference. Call or email us today for a free quote and let us break ground together.
Happy Halloween!
It is time now for your pregame show presented by Knox Community Hospital and the Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. Here from Northridge High School, my name is Jonathon Langdon. Dylan Farrell, your camera operator here this evening. 6 o'clock start tonight, a little early, but that's just what we like here for tournament time. Let's go ahead and talk about both of these teams, and especially the team that many of our OH Report loyal listeners are here for, the Centerburg Lady Trojans, coming into today KMAC champions, but they do have a 7 seed next to their name this season. Despite that, third straight year they have had at least a share of the KMAC title. Red hot coming into today with a 9-game win streak. Player spotlight for Centerburg here tonight is Jasmine Larimore. If I had a vote for KMAC Player of the Year, she would get it. Number 14 in gray here today. 310 kills, that leads the team and the KMAC. 263 hit percentage and 244 digs. There she is on your screen right there as we are about set to go. Let's see if we can squeeze in. See if we can potentially squeeze in a Northridge team spotlight. Yeah, I think we should be able to do that. Talk about these Lady Vikings here at home. Finished 6th in the LCL last season. They're the 5th seed in this region, or in this district, but they had a rough end to the year. They lost 5 of their last 8 games, including 2 straight losses here in this one, coming into this one. They played a tough Heath squad that Centerburg also played and beat, though, and then they also played a Licking Heights team, and all 3 of their final games were on the road, so that's a big key as well. We'll get to that player spotlight here in a moment, but it looks like we're about set to start from Northridge High School as the official gives his whistle, and Abigail Sharp serves this over to start things today, and it will be an ace in favor of Northridge tonight to get proceedings going. District finalists after a 3-set loss to Fairbanks last season in the title game. As this ball goes near side right by where we're set up tonight. And Larimore taps this over the net. This one back to Northridge. They get the kill again. It's a 2-0 run to start. So they will get to keep Sharp at the service line. The junior setter, 360 assists this year after her ace earlier to start the game. She's got 59 of those on the year. Lefty serve right to the platform of Larimore. Going to Wisebrod. Cross-court kill for Sedona to get the Trojans back on the board. Sedona did not play against River Valley, nursing an injury in that one. For senior night, did not play her out of caution. Wanted to have her ready for any sort of tournament action that you're seeing here today. Williams with the dig up. Evans puts it over. However, Northridge does a good job. Free ball from Cermak. Caldwell goes near side. Off the block. This stays up. Larimore's got to send it. That she does. Cermak, the set from Sharp, going right back to Ruby. And keeping this out of the net, we continue the volley. This one just out of bounds. Great start to this one. It is 3-1 in favor of the Vikings. Got a replay set there thanks to Monarch Title Services. Caldwell sets far side this time. Nice tap. However, it is just out. So a 4-1 run to start here for Northridge. Losses in 3 of their last 4 games. Looking for rhythm tonight. They lost to Johnstown, Licking Heights, and Heath, all in a tough LCL where they finished 6th. This ball also out of bounds from Evans this time. Some early sectional title jitters from the Lady Trojans on the road here. Back set, roll shot from Wisebrod. Nicely done. Wins the kill. She'll go back to serve. Sedona this season was not our player spotlight, but she has been just as special as Jasmine this year. 279 kills, 53 aces as she sends this ball over. It is, however, received by Northridge. Cermak goes off the block. We'll see a free ball from Centerburg, and it looked like a combination of Evans and Larimore trajected that outwards. So make it 6-2. Cermak, high serve. Received by Larimore. Set right back to Jasmine. This goes off the block, and it'll be down for Northridge. Lady Vikings showing off why they are the number 5 seed, and they are, by seeding, favored in this game. They're up 7-2. Backline with the serve, received by Kane, going back to Larimore, off the block. Northridge can't keep it alive, and Jasmine gets her first kill of the day. Couple of substitutions things here as they sit in that. Want to show you the keys to victory for Northridge. They have already done a good job of it here in this game. I think personally it's got to be the high blocks, and then also just keep the Trojans out of system. Back in play here. Set from Centerburg. Larimore able to get it over, and Vines taps it down in favor of the Trojans. Yummy ball at the top of the tape, staying out of the net. Good job there by Mary Beth. It is now 7-4. Serve again from Richardson, who was honored on senior night last week against River Valley. This ball killed down the line, but out. Madeline Richardson will get to serve again. She is the only senior on this youth-laden team for Centerburg. Bump set from Sharp, gonna go far side. This ball kept up, hits the ceiling here at Northridge, and falls to the ground for a kill. Vikings up 8-5. I talked to Coach Boudinot at length about why did they decide to play here at Northridge? What was the ultimate deciding factor? She told me, one, as Larimore gets a kill here off of the tape, she told me, one, she thinks this is a team that they can certainly beat, and they're playing well with them early so far as they trail just by 2. But also it was the high ceilings in this gym that she thought wouldn't play too big of a factor. However, we did just see one hit off a few points ago. Cami Turnbull serves this to the net. Talk about the youth. Cami, one of 5 sophomores actually listed on their tournament roster. Going back to Larimore. It's been working, and it does right there. Larimore with a pooch serve, received by Cermak. New setter for Northridge. Number 7 will get the assist after a nice tap over the block by the Lady Vikings. So with setters for Northridge, you'll see them swap between number 7, Jasmine Easterday, and then also the junior Abigail Sharp, who started in that position in this game. Turnbull receives the serve. Larimore bump set to her fellow sophomore, Weisbrod, who finds a gap in the defense. Score is 10-8. Serve from Molly Kane is out of bounds. I heard Northridge calling it in right up until they decided not to play it, and it ultimately ended up out of bounds. Back to Sharp it goes. This ball out of bounds. Same power as the last. 11-9 Northridge early in this one. We'll give the ball to Jalen Caldwell. Top spin serve received by Cermak. Set from Sharp, near side, staying around the antenna. Good job by Megan Odrumsky as Weisbrod goes off the block. Yes, they will say there was a touch, and it's 10-11. Caldwell again, another one of those sophomores. Hardly any spin on that ball. That sails out. Vikings back in front by 2. Northridge this year started their season a scorching 11-2 thanks to a 7-game win streak they had in the middle of that. Win streak started with 3 straight 5-set matches. So this team has been battle-tested this year. As we see this ball sail out of bounds, a couple of service errors being traded between these two teams. Here goes Sedona Weisbrod, her second time up at the service line. Cermak sends it over. Sedona with the dig, near side. This one's sent to Northridge, however it stays up. Jasmine off the block. Swing by Easterday, ends up short. All knotted at 12. It's taken some time for Centerburg to crawl all the way back, but here they are. Weisbrod. Nice low bullet serve. Player spotlight with the swing there. McKenna Ellis for Northridge. We'll talk about her after this point. Williams has that blocked by Ellis. It stays up. Another chance for Centerburg. Bump set. Larimore curls it. Inbounds. Nicely done. We'll put a pin in that, and let's go ahead and talk about our player spotlight for Northridge quickly. McKenna Ellis, 5th most kills in the LCL. Very similar numbers to her counterpart, Jasmine Larimore. Larimore this time can't keep it from going out. You see the latter end of the last point as she was able to land that one inbounds. However, this last one makes it a tie ball game again, 13-13. Ruby Cermak, low serve, and Kane cannot field it. Just look at how much that dips right after the tape. Kane, hard to do real much about it. See Cermak try again. High ball this time, easy for Kane. Vines tries to spot the corner. A swing by Ellis, kept up by Kane. Larimore off the block. Tied again, back and forth. Pinball action between these two teams in set number 1. Back to the service line is Richardson. She will join us right around our perch here at Northridge. Tucked in the corner today for this broadcast between the Vikings and the Trojans. This ball takes a touch off the block. Weisbrod does a good job keeping it alive. Those lower ceilings affecting things again. Larimore sent it to the netting that kind of divides this gym. Served by Easterday. Caldwell set. This one blocked down. Looked like Jordan Van Gundy had the most of the touching as the junior denies Larimore. It's her 25th block of the year. Caldwell set up the middle. Vines with the kill. That's the lone freshman for the Centerburg squad on the playoff roster. Good connection. Turnbull in the early wins an ace. This ball in no man's land in favor of Centerburg. We're all tied at 16. Set from Easterday. Tap over the block. Vines keeps it up, and then Turnbull ends up getting in the way as she tried to get the second contact. You'll see it here again. Didn't get too much elevation on the ball. Northridge point, they lead by 1 again. Tight one to the net. Caldwell, 2 taps on it. And a rough ball, easily handled by Northridge. This time McKenna Ellis will serve for Northridge. This ball to Larimore, out of bounds. However, there is a touch according to the official, so give it to Centerburg. Jasmine that time just simply doing enough to get it off of a hand. Cermak sets or receives a set from Easterday. And now a back row attack. This one will go way out. (1917) Lady Vikings. Here goes Kate Wasem, the junior defensive specialist. High tap over the block, nicely dug by Easterday. Far side into the netting goes O'Drumsky. Centerburg, since going down a little bit early, they have not trailed by any more than 2 since they tied it up at 12 earlier in this set. This ball will win them an ace and they'll tie it up. Nice left to right spin on the serve, just rough to receive for the platform of Northridge. Here goes Kane again, another dip and another ace. I think we got the perfect angle of this one. Just look at that thing fall. First lead in some time for Centerburg. Nearly another ace. This will be free ball. Just as good if you're Centerburg. Try to build up an attack. Evans, high tap. Left-handed swing, dot in the corner. Nicely done by Sharp. Watch her go right behind Larimore. Caught her off guard. And after that, she'll go back to serve. It's her 107th kill of the year. And now make it another race. She's got 60 of those. Larimore shifting to her right. And whenever you do that, you risk moving the ball in that direction. That's exactly what happened. This time she squares up with it. Going to Wisebro down the line. Dug up by Sharp, but it ends up on Centerburg's side. (21-21). Could not have asked for a better first set here tonight. Two very competitive teams going down to the wire. Sharp with the bump set. This one over the block. Larimore digs it up. Tough one. Cermak slams it down. Those passes just have not been clean out of Centerburg, and Northridge is capitalizing big time. Megan O'Drumsky now to serve. Need the point if you're Centerburg. Caldwell sets. Early jump from Evans. Still gets to it. Wasem with the set. Awkward looking one from both teams here, but Evans ends up with the ball, sends it over again. Very out of system situation here from both teams, and they're still going. Back to Wisebro. Tap easily there. Ellis, she's going to get the ball as well. This one blocked, and it's down for Northridge. That was a crucial point, and it goes to the Vikings. It's the first timeout of the night from Coach Abigail Boudinot. What an even set, and it looks like we could see Northridge start to run away with it. Pictured on your screen in the middle, Dwayne Douglas. Great coach for this group, has him in a great spot. 14-7, 5th seed in the district. Back-to-back seasons for over 500 for the first time since 2020 when they made the run all the way to a regional final. Boy, would they love to repeat that success. And then you see Coach Boudinot on the other side talking with her team, trying to get them composed, ready to go for what will be a tough stretch to try and win this first set. But absolutely, you need this next point. And Coach Boudinot, one of the best in the KMAC at winning some coaches' points. Megan Odrumsky out of the timeout, the junior outside hitter. Sends it over. Kane the set, near side. Evans has not had that roll shot working here yet. This ball out of bounds. Tough mistake out of Weisbrod. And it's now set point number 1 for Northridge. Received by Kane. Caldwell the set, going to Evans, and she misses wide. And how about these Northridge Lady Vikings? Their first meeting with Centerburg since 2022, despite being 17 minutes apart. This is their first set win in the last 7 meetings against Centerburg. Big time stuff from the Vikings. We'll take a break, come back live and free on the OH Report. And we are back live and free on the OH Report. Want to take a second to thank our sponsors before we get this second set underway. Shout out to the AmVets Post 59 in Centerburg. Great partners with the OH Report and Centerburg Athletics. At Centerburg AmVets Post 59, we honor our veterans, celebrate our community, cheer for the Trojans, and welcome everyone to come enjoy great food and drinks at the club. I know they just had the Centerburg Trojan football team over at their place after a big win against Danville. We were at live and free on Friday. Also, shout out to the Centerburg Health and Wellness Center, offering specialty services like family medicine, urology, general surgery, weight and pain management, and pediatrics. This ball off the block on the swing by Cermak. She'll get to try again. She goes off of Williams and scores the first point of the second set. Shout out also to North Central State College, as well as Monarch Title Services. If you're selling or refinancing your real estate, you get to choose the title company. Why not support those who support the Trojans? Close with confidence, anytime, anywhere with Monarch Title Services. Evans with the swing over. She also gets the touch on the block here. Back set, Williams fading away. That ball looked like it was going to go out. Northridge played it anyways. Ball back to Weisbrod. Straight to the platform of Northridge, and they win the points. Look at the setter dump from Sharp. Abigail Sharp, so far looking like the MVP of this game. Sedona, dug up by Ellis. Tough angle will not be able to be converted by Northridge. Trojans score their first point of the set. Sedona Weisbrod will drop back to serve. Tough ball rides the far sideline. We'll see a free ball. Big opportunity if you're the Trojans. Try to tie it here. They'll go to Larimore. Old Reliable. However, Sharp has been more reliable today. Another win by Northridge. Ball tapped over and a chance for the Vikings. Far side off of Evans. It's a kill for Easterday. Correction, that's Odrumsky with the kill, and she's going to serve. Near side, Larimore tap. Dug up by Sharp. Standing swing out of Ellis. And Evans tried to get out of the way, ended up in front of Caldwell. It is 4-1. Top spin serve right to Caldwell to set. Williams off the block. This defense has been right there. However, we see a lift called on Northridge. Richardson will come in and hit the service line. I want to take a little bit of time here just to give ourselves some shout outs here at the OH Report. 3 streams at 3 brand new schools that we have never been to in OH Report history. Of course, this one today with Northridge. As Richardson wins an ace, brings them 1 point closer to tying it. But here at Northridge, of course, just down the road at Johnstown Monroe, we're watching the Johnnies take on Northmore. And then also Travis later tonight at 7 o'clock. We'll be on the call for Black River as we are there as they take on Hillsdale. Northridge scores another point. They take the lead back to 2. If you're just joining us, set number 1 went to Northridge as I give them their set win now on the scoreboard. They won it 25-21. Ball up the middle, Vines able to tap it around the block and win another point, this time for Centerburg. Trojan offense so far, not getting it done against Northridge, losing that first set, but this is a team that has been proven to be a very heavy offensive group. They have at least one player in their conference's top 3 of each offensive category, and here they are tying up the game. Cammie Turnbull will serve again. Received by Ellis. They're going to go right back to her. Down the middle. Lady Vikings 6. Trojans 5. New face in the ball game. Number 6, Brinley Keys, the sophomore. Weisbrod receives. Caldwell just simply has to tap it over. Too close to the tape. Far side, Ellis. Great swing. Better dig. Larimore tries one. Off the block, it'll go down. All knotted at 6 again. Wicked knuckle on the serve. However, Northridge up to the task. Good eyes by Weisbrod. Leaves that out of bounds. Far side, left-handed swing, dug through the block. Weisbrod now tries again, looks for a touch. She got it. 2-point lead. Trojans have not had a lead bigger than this in this contest so far. Northridge has done a good job taking the lead and keeping it for most of this one. Quick set up the middle, going off the side of the block. I love what they're crafting up over there at Northridge, really throwing off this Centerburg defense. They're throwing everything in the kitchen sink at Centerburg tonight. Why not? You've got a ton of seniors on this team fighting for their careers. Joust at the net, won by Centerburg. Here comes another one. Both won by the Trojans. Caldwell with the dump, tries to find an open spot. However, Cermak was ready for it. This gets spotted to the near side corner. And that 2-point lead didn't last long, did it? McKenna Ellis right to Turnbull. Bump set, Weisbrod, roll shot, beautifully done. Take a look at the finesse just around the outstretched arm of Van Gundy, who's already had a few blocks today. Here goes Kane. Set up the middle, Weisbrod with the block, forces a free ball. This time they'll go Evans, this one out. They've been missing near side a few times. Evans still has not been comfortable in this game yet. And because of that, we're going to see Kate Wasem return. 5 aces on the year. Not too many. She's had a high sample size of serves. She's mostly reliable, but there, that misses just out of bounds. Trojans in search of some rhythm. Also in search of a lead bigger than 2. A good 2 blocks by Evans, but a rough communication leads to a free ball. This one tapped. Kane keeps it up. Larimore sends it. Far side, tap over the block, out of bounds. Give it to Centerburg. Take a look at Vines here, or pardon me, Caldwell nearly decided to play it, and then she kind of did that swim move that you usually see baseball players do when they slide into second base to stay away from it. Yummy ball, Weisbrod. Northridge just going to have to take their loss, and now we'll see Centerburg work with their biggest lead today. It's 12-9. This ball hits the antenna. Centerburg continues a solid run. Dwayne Douglas looking over his way. The coach for Northridge wants to see his team play through adversity. No timeout yet. Top spin serve received by Wasem. Near side, lefty swing by Sharp. And now we'll see a violation on Weisbrod in favor of Northridge. And it doesn't look like we got it on our angle, but they're saying she was in the net, and now Sedona's going to want an explanation. She's over with the head official, checking on what she did wrong. Not going to get a change in appeal. Just wanted to air some grievances as Kane, right in front of me, keeps us alive. Free ball. Oh, man, Sharp. My goodness. Just when you thought Centerburg could get back in that play, look at this dump. Right in front of that 10-foot line. That's a beauty. Good location from Kane, forces Northridge to mishandle that free ball. Leads back to 3. Bullet serve, almost an ace. It'll be free ball. Kane, Caldwell, Larimore off the block and down. Hadn't said Jasmine's name in some time. That time she challenges that two-man block and just simply powers it through. Another set from Sharp. Cermak can't get the kill thanks to Wisebroad's dig. There goes Caldwell again, going to Addison Williams this time. And Williams does the job, goes off of the hands of Cermak and just falls in an awkward spot for Odrumsky, who's the other block. Biggest lead of the day for Centerburg. They lead 16-11. It's now a timeout from Northridge. 16-11. Get through a couple more of our sponsors, thanking them bringing us here for some playoff volleyball. Avita Home Health and Hospice, Pinnacle Building Services, Scout Construction, LLC. Shout out to all of them. You'll see their commercials throughout this one. Again, if you are just joining us, early start because tournament season, most of the games will start either at 5 or 6. Moving forward, set 1 went to Northridge 25-21. It broke a 6-game streak without a set win against the Centerburg Lady Trojans. And it was also the first set lost by Centerburg in, I believe, 6 games themselves because they have been on a run of sweeps. So you could argue this team has not had as much adversity as they probably should going into tournament play. Well, they're going to get it here tonight. Good dig from Wisebroad. Miss hit out of Centerburg. A reset chance for Northridge. They bring it to within 4. It's a coach's point for Dwayne Douglas. And you're starting to see that well-spread attack out of the Vikings here today. New server, Allie Fox, the junior defensive specialist. Set from Larimore, or set to Larimore, and she puts it down. Nicely done. It's now a 5-point advantage again. But on the other side, we're looking at Northridge. 4 hitters, over 100 kills on the year. Very different outlook than what you have out of Centerburg. They pretty much rely on 2-star sophomores for the bulk of their kills. They've also got a freshman up there in kills. But that's a lot of youth that you're relying on in the postseason. This ball out of bounds. Miss hit by Cermak. We'll talk about the Centerburg youth, and then a senior shows up to serve. Here's Richardson, nearly winning an ace. Ellis regroups nicely off the block of Williams. Larimore, tough angle, wrong side of the antenna. Shout out a couple comments here, watching live and free. Robin Anderson cheering on the Trojans. Grandma Robin in our comments section tonight. Let us know where you're watching from for these Centerburg Lady Trojans, or if you're a Northridge Vikings fan, make sure to let us know. This goes off the block. Ellis with a kill. Just off the hands of Vines, didn't close up the wall. Went through the uprights, you could say. Set from Caldwell, back row attack. Wisebroad goes short. Good adjustment by the Northridge defense. This ball will sail out of bounds. Loudest person in the gym was Coach Douglas calling that one out of bounds. Can Northridge crawl all the way back? They were down by as much as 5 here in set number 2. Here's another block. They bring that deficit to 2. Larimore cannot get it around Jordan Van Gundy, a name we've said a lot up front for these Vikings. Cermak again. Caldwell to the back row. Sedona was not expecting it. Saw her run into your screen late. She thought that was going to Jasmine. Vines up the middle. Off the hand of Van Gundy again. Near side. Kane shifts the wrong direction. We're tied. The kill by Easterday. And the Vikings looking to steal a set. This one looked like it was going Centerburg's way from the get-go. Weisbrod this time prepared. Vines taps it down, stays out of the net. Look again, thanks to Monarch Title Services. There was a bunch of spin on that ball, so really all that Mary Beth had to do is put a hand on it and just see where it went. Here goes Turnbull. Turnbull nearly won the ace, but it's going to be a Northridge point instead. All knotted at 19 thanks to Ellis. Off-balance swing, she was able to level out and score. Brinley Keys for the second time at the service line. Set or dump, but it's going to be a lift. Yeah, I thought I saw that from my angle too. Not going to get it here on the replay. But you saw the vision. You saw what the sophomore Caldwell was going for. Kind of dunked it down rather than a tap. Vikings first to 20. Set from Keys, left-handed roll shot. Kane, bump set. This block has been phenomenal today for Northridge. Another set by Keys. Ellis stays out of the net. Good job by her. And we see this sent. Vikings everywhere on the floor right now. Vines off the block. We are all knotted at 20s. Boy, they could use a good run here. At the service line from Jasmine Larimore. What a second contact from Weisbrod. That was perfect. Except it's not. They just gave the point to Northridge. It's 2020. Sedona's going to want to talk to the head official. So this will be the second time she goes to talk with him. Very clear that Weisbrod was not happy with that call. Neither was Coach Boudinot. She threw the clipboard. Make it 21-20 Vikings now after that call. And make it 22-20 because it's an ace. Nice location out of McKenna Ellis, and Centerburg out of sorts right now. Got to turn around quickly. Ellis will try again. Bullet off the tape. Hits the chest of Larimore. Vines off the block. Back row attack. Cermak goes off the tape again. And this ball will fall in favor of Centerburg. Caldwell wins the joust at the nets that they haven't won much of in this game so far. These blockers have been no joke for Northridge today. This ball just dips beneath the net. Good serve from Kane. Turnbull to dig. Caldwell set. Weisbrod right to the platform of Northridge. Good dig by Ellis. They'll try again. Sharp. This one way out of bounds. We're tied. They have quieted Sharp here as of late. That has helped them tie it up. Molly Kane. And Kane wins an ace at a crucial point. And that'll force Dwayne Douglas's final timeout. So Weisbrod has a call not go her way for a second time today. You could tell that she got frustrated, but the rest of the team rallied behind her. Helped them rattle off 3 straight. Coach Boudinot, you see her at the pep talk to her team. They've still got all 2 of their timeouts. Northridge has used both here in this set. Molly Kane continues to serve. She's got the ball from the official. Here we go. They'll go up the middle. Weisbrod did not go for it. Kane wasn't there. We're tied. Nice dink from Van Gundy. And she goes to the bench, gets a ton of high fives from the Vikings. We are tied at 23. Big point here. Turnbull receives. Caldwell this set. They'll go to Weisbrod off the block, dug up. Far side. This one blocked, and it's in favor of Centerburg. Saw a whistle, thought maybe Centerburg would get another call. That doesn't go their way. This time, though, they do win the point. And it is the first set point of the game for these Lady Trojans. Caldwell to serve. Top spin, received by Ellis. The set from Keys, ball deflected. They'll go to Weisbrod this time, off the block, and the sophomore finishes what she started here in set number 2. We have had a great match so far here from Northridge High School. We are knotted at 1 in a sectional final, live and free on the OH Report.
Every time that we walk in, we know we're going to walk into a place that's very clean, and when we walk in, we have a professional environment to come to. The reliability of Pinnacle is always on the spot. We've been with them 16 years so far. They're committed, they are professional, they are very transparent with their pricing, and they excel at meeting every goal and every need we have.
Centerburg taking on Northridge from Viking Gymnasium, live and free on the OH Report before set 3 starts. Let's take a look at that bracket in this district. Seeing probably one of the best sectional title games of the night here in all of the state of Ohio between Centerburg and Northridge, a team in Centerburg that I believe was heavily underseeded in a tough district. Fairbanks definitely going to be tough to knock down in this district, but either of these two teams, I believe, could give them a real good fight. Here goes set number 3. We are even at 1. And Northridge will win an ace to get things started here. Winner of this game tonight will play next week against Grove City Christian or Madison Plains. Lefty serve from Sharp. Won the ace to start things here. And now Larimore with the roll shot. Easily handled by this Northridge defense that has looked fantastic today. Up the middle, Evans off the block. Maybe that'll help Zoe get some things going here. Struggled to get a kill early in this contest, but that could be the spark. Cermak up the middle, that ball in play. Cermak just a well-oiled machine right now as the rest of her team is playing great, setting her up for some good success tonight. Near side, Weisbrod, or pardon me, that's Evans. Not used to seeing her on the outsides, but she was right there. Far side, Ellis misses, ends up a little bit short. We're tied at 2 for a third straight set. Centerburg Lady Trojans bring a sophomore to the service line. It's Weisbrod. They have 5 sophomores, 1 freshman, 6 juniors, and just 1 senior on this tournament roster. Williams goes off the block. Reset. Ellis again off of Evans onto Centerburg's side. On the other end for Northridge, they've got 3 seniors, 9 juniors, 2 sophomores, and 2 freshmen. Near side. Swing off the block. Larimore nearly got the kill. Good job by Northridge's back row yet again. Evans, 2-hand tap. Easterday, standing swing out of bounds. Great matchup between these two teams to start this one. Set number 1 went to the hosts, 25-21. Centerburg won the second one, 25-23. And we're even at 3 here. Richardson to serve for the Trojans. She will not keep the serve for long thanks to that swing out of the Lady Vikings. There goes Ellis again. Serve from Keys. Near side, Larimore, out of bounds. Both teams in this game have done a good job just simply keeping it close. Biggest lead for either side has been 5. Very much back and forth. A violation on Northridge, or not on Centerburg. It's Northridge points. Here goes Keys again. This one low to the ground. Weisbrod had to go a long way for it. Set by Keys up the middle. Blocked by Vines. Solo block. Far side, Ellis slams it down, but out. Tried to go very narrow did not work in her favor. She was looking to plant it pretty much right on that far side line, right by the 10-foot line as well. And as she misses there, it gives way for Turnbull. Set from Keys. Swing from Sharp, blocked. Vines makes the connection. Vines and Caldwell both in the air for it. Another set from Keys. Sharp goes over this time. Would have been a rough collision. Both Centerburg Trojans collapsing in on it. Decided to give up. 7-5, Northridge. Tough one at the net, but Larimore flies it out of nowhere, earning the kill. Look at her jump into a crowd of basically, including her 4 ladies, up at the net. Caldwell joust at the net. No contact from Northridge. It's an easy one for Jalen. They break the cursed score. It's now 7-7. Van Gundy, a lot of ground there for Kane, but she does make it up. They have gone to this near side corner before the 10-foot line numerous times. This ball hits the antenna. Kane plays it. Going back to Weisbrod, but a great dig by Wasem. Caldwell, another dump. This goes off of Vines and down. 9-7. Topspin serve received by Turnbull. Weisbrod curls that one under the net. Nearly wins the kill, but same old story. Northridge, good defense. This time they go to Vines, tap over the block, and that'll go. Keys the set over the top. Weisbrod, great job to be there. Larimore right to Ellis. Tough ball, tight angle, still played. We continue on. Weisbrod right to Wasem, who has been there all night. This one through and down. Kill from Odrumsky. First to 10 are the Northridge Vikings. Sedona dug up by Weisbrod again, or dug up by Wasem again. Evans misses near side. Frustration building again out of those Lady Trojans. Missing their spots. Sedona's been hitting her spots, but Wasem has been there every single time this ball out of bounds. Off goes Turnbull, back to serve for Centerburg. Jalen Caldwell. Near side, tap over the block. Just slow each time. That's where the bread and butter has been for the Vikings. Just nobody helping out the block for Centerburg so far. Wasem stays out of the net. Saw awful lot of movement though. Must have been on a Centerburg player, but this ball makes it 13-9. Weisbrod misses short. And this is the biggest lead, or tied for the biggest lead of the day. Vikings 14, Trojans 9. Near side, Evans, tap over. We'll go back Easterday, however, she's blocked. Weisbrod with the solo contact. Good job by her, making up some ground. Set from Sharp, close to the net. This one's short. Vikings tried again with Cermak to go near side inside the 10-footer. But that one taps the tape and down. Sharp, another ball on a platter. Kane can't get there. It's another Ellis kill. Wasem will take a seat for Northridge after a job well done in the back row. Makes way for Jordan Van Gundy, who will be a pest at these blocks. Two great digs out of both teams. Going back to Jasmine, tap. That gets the job done. It is 7:03. First serve has commenced over at Black River High School as the Pirates take on the Hillsdale Falcons. Also right here on the OH Report, Travis Berardi on the call, Caden Schmidt on color and cam. Easterday goes off the hands of Larimore, who will get this swing. Tap again. Weisbrod, tough angle, stays on the right side of the antenna. Set up the middle. This ball sailed out of bounds. Not a good connection out of Van Gundy. Trailed by as much as 5. Centerburg just down 2 now. Senior continues to work. Far side, Ellis off the hands of Williams. Larimore off the tape. High bounce. How did Northridge keep that up? We continue on. Weisbrod the set to Williams. Did not make the right connection. And that's a big point out of Northridge. Great job digging it up near side before this play that you saw, thanks to Monarch Title Services. Here goes Keys again. Up the middle, Vimes, another tip. That's what's been working for Centerburg on the other side too, especially in this third set. It's kind of interesting, the dynamic of a third set, because you know there's still a lot of game left, but you are getting towards the end, and every point obviously crucial, but especially in a third set, you want to go into that fourth in the driver's seat. Both teams fighting like it right now. Rough set, probably the first set that we have seen tonight that has not been necessarily clean, and what has otherwise been a great game in that regard. But that does go in favor of Centerburg, and Cammie Turnbull puts us over the net. Not much of a threat from Van Gundy. Larimore, however, she's the threat. All knotted at 16. Centerburg forcing some nice free balls here out of Northridge, and they have been capitalizing. They take the lead for the first time in some time. Trojans 17, Vikings 16. Van Gundy forced to take the first contact. Ellis off the hands. Trojans, whole new team these last couple points. Quick set, Van Gundy. This one not able to be dug up. Even split again between these two very even teams. Starting to see the strength of the LCL just transitively through this game because they finished 6th and Centerburg breezed through the KMAC this year. Larimore off the hands. There was a touch. Give it to Centerburg. It was out of bounds, but very clearly from my angle, and also happens to be the same exact angle as this near side official. Trying to go to Van Gundy again off the hand of Vines. Wisebro, tough angle, two-hand shove. Wise play, but does not end up working out. Vines off the hands. Van Gundy there again. They'll go back to her. She wasn't expecting it. Joust between those two, back and forth. Far side, Northridge can't get the kill. Caldwell sends it. Up by Keys. Near side, this one down. Larimore and Turnbull both led up on it. Back in the game, Kate Wasem. Rides the near sideline. Wisebro forced to play it. She'll get the swing here too, and it's a roll shot that goes down for a point. There has been no let-up between these two teams. Whenever one goes on a big run, Centerburg, the other team responds with a run of their own. 25-21 Northridge, 25-23 Centerburg. That's how the first two sets went. Caldwell goes near side. This one off the block. Dug up by Keys. And it's finished off by the Vikings. As Zoe Evans tried to capitalize on a potential yummy ball, but she sent it straight to the net. You saw it there thanks to Monarch Title Services. There's an ace. Vikings first to 20 again, but that did not mean a set win last time out. And both of these teams have timeouts to go. They've both got 2. They've been letting this game ride. Evans, biggest swing of the day. Goes to Zoe up the middle. And you can tell she was loving it right there. Perfect set from Caldwell. And Evans finishes it off. Could be a big momentum swinger. Caldwell, knuckler. Wasem tried to let it go. It hit off of her shoulder. Caldwell continues at the service line. Wasem receives this time. Cross-court swing by O'Drumsky. Joust at the net, won by Wasem. And it falls to the deck. It was actually Cermak up the middle who helped win that point. O'Drumsky off the tape. Williams out of position. Sends in the dangerous area. And it goes just over Larimore. That's unfortunate if you're Centerburg, but great heads-up play if you're the Vikings. Larimore tried to do what she could to keep it up, but it just goes off the fingertips. Not too much height on the reception. Evans feeling it. This hits in. They're seeing a lot of production out of number 5 at an ample time. Here goes Sedona Weisbro. Bullet. Wasm receives. Ellis. I believe that hit the antenna. Nonetheless, it's Centerburg's point. Trojans and Vikings have fought for every single point. And here we are, down to the wire again. 23-22, Trojans. Wasm receives the serve. Set from Sharp, going to Cermak. Taps it underneath the 10-foot line. This time Centerburg ready. You can see the maturity as the game goes on from the Trojans. Good dig by Kane. However, that ends up in no man's land. Larimore can't do anything with it. Knotted at 23s. Ruby Cermak, the senior, 170-plus kills and digs on the year. Good server as well. But Williams fields it. It's blocked. And down again, it's Van Gundy. Set point for Northridge, so Coach Boudinot, rightfully so, will call a timeout and regroup. As we said earlier in the set, you want to have yourself in the driver's seat going into set 4. It's not the end of the world if you lose this set if you're either team, but the edge that you get is undeniable. Trojans need to dig deep. They've got a young group, many of which were around for their regional semifinal run that ended short at the hands of the eventual Division V state champions in Coldwater. They got to dig deep, find out, and get to what helped them get that far last year to get out of a sectional this time around. 7 seed in the district. Not playing like it. They have been great. So have these Lady Vikings. Defensively, that's what stands out for me as they try to win this set. Missed opportunity from the Vikings. This ball spotted to the corner. Cermak. Set from Sharp, going to Ellis. This ball tapped over, still alive. Weisbrod, back row attack, roll shot. Here go the Vikings. Ellis. And this one played. Wise. Ellis off the block again. Great volley here. Probably the best one today. Bump set from Fox. This one goes on the right side of the antenna. No, it doesn't. Late call. And it's going to go Centerburg's way. We're going to get extra points. He was waving his flag for a long time before they finally saw him. Tight stretch. 24-24, Richardson, the senior, serves. Set from Sharp, two-handed shove, and that will get past Centerburg. Ellis goes with some power. Just with the two-hand send-over. That gets the job done. It's another set point. Make it set point number 2. Big spot for Brindley Keys. Gets it in. Received by Weisbrod. Larimore just over the tape. Caldwell back to Jasmine. Off the hands. Cermak. Yummy ball. Vines finds it. Slams it down. Van Gundy tried to recover for Northridge, but it went off of her left hand. Cammie Turnbull, the sophomore, keeps it clean and also makes it an ace. Set point number 1 for Centerburg now. Both fan bases getting into it. This is playoff volleyball, baby. High serve from Turnbull, hardly any spin on it. Back set, Ellis, two-handed shove, up by Turnbull. Weisbrod, two hands, goes to the campfire. This is out of bounds. Trojans win a thriller of a third set. 2-1 in favor of the 7th-seeded Trojans as we take another break on the OH Report.
Every time that we walk in, we know we're going to walk into a place that's very clean, and when we walk in, we have a professional environment to come to. The reliability of Pinnacle is always on the spot. We've been with them 16 years so far. They're committed, they are professional, they are very transparent with their pricing, and they excel at meeting every goal and every need we have.
Here we are with set number 4. There's your set 3 final as we clean the board. Trojans lead 2-1. Live and free on the OH Report from Northridge High School for the first time in the history of the OH Report. It's a Zoe Evans takeover these last 10 minutes as she gets the scoring started. This is the first set where the Trojans have been able to score first. Huge, and I mean huge win if you're the Trojans in that last set. You gave Northridge 2 set points, but you still come out on top to hold all of the momentum going into this one as this ball sails out from Weisbrod. Even 1-1. Abigail Sharp had a great start to this game. Had some beautiful setter dumps, and she gets a great ace here. Left-handed send-off. This time Larimore clean with it. Easter Day just over the tape. Weisbrod tries to spot the corner. She does it well. Threw off Wazum, who probably was not expecting it. And now for a fourth straight set. I don't know why I remember this stuff, but for the fourth straight set, it's 2-2. Seventh-seeded Trojans, fifth-seeded Vikings. Serve from Weisbro nearly wins an ace. We have not seen many of those lately, especially on the Centerburg side. Far side off the hands of Williams. Larimore two-hand tap basically serves as a free ball. Back set, Williams, high tap. Easy for Northridge. Sharp the set, goes through the block. Caldwell denied. Ruby Cermak. And I think one of the big underrating factors in this game tonight is how many seniors Northridge has playing for their careers compared to Centerburg. They've got 3, Centerburg just 1. Northridge will capitalize on a violation by Centerburg's Larimore. Or no, it was Caldwell who got in the net on her set. But they'll get it right back. Something I thought about mentioning but decided not to, and I'm glad I did because it would have been the good old announcer jinx, or maybe you'll just say it was because I was thinking of it, but we have not had a lot of service errors. This has been a very much clean game, and it definitely deserves to be considering we're in the postseason now and these two teams fighting for their years. Easterday tries to spot, goes right to Weisbro. Vines goes away from the block, wins a kill. We are starting to see Mary Beth Vines blossom here in these last couple of weeks. We've had a lot of Centerburg live and free broadcasts on the OH Report, and she's just gotten better in each and every single one of them. How about Madeline Richardson giving the Trojans their first lead of this set with the ace? I believe this ball missed short, and it did. Trojans win the point. No touch on the block. It was just straight into the net. Richardson tries again. Top spin serve, received, set, sharp, tap, 10-foot line. That's been the spot today for Northridge as Cermak finds it. She will serve as well. Tough one, yummy ball. Easy enough for Van Gundy. Even at 6. Near side, Larimore pummels it. Might be her best swing of the day. She's been fairly quiet as of late. But honestly, no surprise. Not a knock on Jasmine at all, but you got to think, scouting report, who's Northridge looking at? They're looking all eyes on 14 in this game. But it's been a good job by Centerburg using other options. 8-6, Trojans. And another rough stretch there from Northridge, not being able to return a serve. 9-6. Cami Turnbull stays at the service line. Looks to serve it more up the middle, and she will here. Puts it on a line right to the platform of Cermak. Van Gundy goes off the hands. This ball will roll over to me. Keys the serve. Wisebro the reception. Back to Larimore. This one blocked. Vikings one away from tying it again. Pooch serve tried to go short into the net with Keys. Trojans first to 10. And this ball sails out. No, there was a touch. So give the point to Northridge. McKenna Ellis, she will drop back. 200 plus kills and digs on the year. And this one turns into a yummy ball for Northridge to tie it up at 10. Kane the serve reception. They'll go to Wisebro. Tap into Campfire. Kane continues to roll on the serve. Bump set out of Sharp. Not too bad of one. But Wisebro turns it around. Makes it 12 to 10. Checking in elsewhere in the KMAC. KMAC Langdon's got to get his fix, you know. Looks like it's already a wrap over in Johnstown. And the Johnnies make it a sweep of the Northmore Golden Knights. That ends their season. The Golden Knights now 13 to 10 in favor of Centerburg as they're trying to roll past Northridge. But yeah, so shout out to the Northmore Lady Knights. They end their year 11-11, even 500. They had a great start to the KMAC stretch. Really thought that they were going to be a player in the KMAC this season, but things started to slip away from them. And Centerburg obviously rolled to another title, their third straight. But a lot to be excited about and a lot to be reflecting on if you're Northridge or Northmore as your season ends in Johnstown. Good dig by Larimore. They'll go back to Sedona, who leaves it short. Also checking in over at Black River. Another new place that we're not familiar with here at the OH Report. A lot of yellow on their floor as the Lady Pirates lost the first set to the Lady Falcons. It's 10-9 in set number 2 in favor of Hillsdale. Jalen Caldwell. Nice dip serve. Far side, tap by Cermak. Well played by Centerburg. Another opportunity if you're Northridge, and this one rolled down. Abigail Sharp. You know, we may end up having 2 MVPs today. And for good reason. I want to spotlight both of these schools today after a great game. Win or lose, whoever wins tonight. And right now, if you're Northridge, I believe the MVP, as Centerburg scores again 15-13, MVP's got to be Abigail Sharp, either her or Jordan Van Gundy in the front. They have both been spectacular. Wisebro serves with a 2-point lead. Here goes Sharp. Forcing a free ball. Sharp, another set on a platter. This one left flat, however, by Odrumsky. Vikings have anything left in the tank. They're starting to fade a bit. Combined block out of the Trojans. Dump, and Sharp adds to her day. Kane did a decent job trying to get back. Near side, Larimore keeps it in. Also good job by the Vikings to also do the same. Great dig by Weisbro. Larimore over the top. This time the cross-court swing does the job. Jasmine Easterday. And we're right back to a one-point game. And the answer clearly for Northridge to my question a few points ago is, yep, they've got plenty left in the tank. Pooch serve, Jasmine forced to play it near sideline. Evans, dug up by Sharp. Couple ping pongs in the ceiling, and this time the home cooking actually comes back to bite the Vikings. As you could see them kind of reacting, it hit the stanchion twice here at Viking Gymnasium, and it ultimately ends up in a Trojan point. Williams gets it over both blocks. It'll go down as a kill for her. She's starting to get involved in the action today. There's a look again, thanks to Monarch Title Services. The senior Richardson. She's loved that far side line. It's done great things for her as Ellis taps over the block. Larimore off the hands of Cermak. Back set Williams, tight angle. Rough one out of the hands of Caldwell. Larimore squares up on it to the campfire. Reading that like a book was Ellis. Williams nearly wins it again. They do, actually. Northridge not too big of a fan of that call, and neither is Coach Douglas. He goes straight up to the official. They call it a lift. See if we can give you a look again. Did they call it on Sharp there? We didn't get the breast start point of our replay. That's a big turn. It's 19-16 now. Far side, Ellis off the hands of Caldwell. And down for a block. The lead is 4, and we got a timeout from Coach Dwayne Douglas. The Centerburg faithful on my side of the gym, loving what they're seeing. As we sit in this timeout, and a great point. Let's thank our sponsors yet again. Shout out to AmVets Post 59 over in Centerburg. Also, shout out to the Centerburg Health and Wellness Center, a branch of Knox Community Hospital. Also, North Central State College, Monarch Title Services, Avita Home Health, Pinnacle Building Services, and Scout Construction, LLC. Great partners of the OH Report bringing you playoff volleyball. In my eyes, not much matches it. There's just something different when it gets to October out on the volleyball court. Cami Turnbull keeps us going. Set from Sharp. Ellis rises up. This ball just out of bounds. And I saw Coach Boudinot's reaction. It didn't look like we got the best angle, but Coach saw it go out of bounds, kind of just turned inside. It's a good coach's point for Dwayne Douglas. Larimore did not get under it, ends up sending it straight into the net. Good 2-point swing if you're the Vikings. Going back to Vines, into the campfire. Well, it was a blaze there in the campfire. It just had to simply tap it through the block that did not close well for Northridge. Larimore digs this up. Going to Weisbrod this time. No touch on the block. This will be Northridge's point. 21-19. See a substitution. Well, one thing we did not get to show earlier was the keys to victory for Centerburg. And you know what? I actually just lost it, so we're not going to show it. Ace out of Northridge. They are within one, trying to send this to a deciding fifth set. Serve from Ellis is an ace again. Northridge faithful starting to get on their feet. Side spin on the serve, received by Weisbrod. They'll go right back her direction, off the hands. Dug up in the back by Cermak. This off the block. It's a lead for Northridge. The kill by Odrumsky. This ball out of bounds. Centerburg knew it right away. We even up at 22. Molly Kane. Could she be the one to lead this run to end things? Ellis receives the serve. Set up the middle. Van Gundy off of Evans' hands. Vikings back in front. Kate Wasem. Only 5 aces on the year. Sedona lines up on the ball. That was going out. That was played anyways. Trojans get another chance. This time Evans. Dug up in the back nicely again. Ellis joust at the net. It is out. Still no call. Near side official closest to me called it out. This is a big point. And I did not get a good point on it. They're going to give it to Northridge, and quite honestly, folks, I think it's the right call. I thought it landed out of bounds. Wasem again. This ball sailed out. You could say ball don't lie. And I've heard a lot of people in the bleachers say that just now. Trojans get the ball back. They trail by 1. It is set point number 2 for Northridge. Near side, Evans. This one kept up. Williams stays out of the net. They'll go to the corner. It's in. Set number 5 on the way after the kill by Odrumsky. Perfectly finds the corner. Folks, I'm telling you, it had to go 5. These two teams, too even for it not to. 2 sets to 2, set 5 next here on the OH Report between Centerburg and Northridge for a sectional final.
Every time that we walk in, we know we're going to walk into a place that's very clean, and when we walk in, we have a professional environment to come to. The reliability of Pinnacle is always on the spot. We've been with them 16 years so far. They're committed, they are professional, they are very transparent with their pricing, and they excel at meeting every goal and every need we have.
Folks, this one's for all the marbles. Here goes set number 5, live and free on the OH Report between Centerburg and Northridge. It's a sectional championship being fought for between the Vikings and the Trojans. We got a lift call to start things. It's going to go the Trojans' way. If you're just joining us here on the OH Report, let's show you the set scores as we sit in the 5th. Tap over the block. Kane has been forced up all game long because that's where Northridge has loved to go in this contest. It's a 2-0 run to start here for the Trojans. Shout out to Papa Lynn, the Centerburg Touchdown Club, Don Dice, and Rochelle Edwards-Salmons cheering on the Trojans in our Facebook chat as they lead 2-0. Near side, this will roll off the tape down on Centerburg's side. Odrumsky steps up again for these Vikings. She'll serve as well. 128 kills coming into today. 146 hit percentage for Megan. Trojans lead 2-1. Evans sails it out. These two teams have hardly budged. Biggest lead for either side, 7. This ball misses short. And even with that biggest lead, it was Centerburg's. They held it in the fourth set that they lost. Both teams have responded well to adversity tonight. Near side, Larimore off the block. Great reflexes by the Trojans. Sharp, quick set. Cermak puts some spin on it. Here goes Larimore, out of bounds. Looking for a touch. Trojans not going to get it. Ruby Cermak, one of 3 seniors playing for their careers today. In fact, just 2 actually, because Maddie McCarthy out with injury. Larimore off the block. Trojans in front again. The other senior on Centerburg's side coming in now, the only senior, Madeline Richardson, in what could potentially be her final set of her career. Sends us over. Received by Fox. Set by Sharp. This one pummeled. And I mean it. We're tied at 4 thanks to McKenna Ellis. Goes right through the block. Late jump in the middle by Vines. Sees it through. Here goes Brindley Keys. The ball was tailing out of bounds. Weisbrod played it. And Larimore mistouches. Big turn of events. Vikings have their first lead of the set. Pressure building on both sides. Overpass, yummy ball. Vikings lead by 2, Jordan Van Gundy. The serve receptions have not been the greatest today out of Centerburg, and that's a big one to miss out on. Weisbrod tight to the nets. It'll be a free ball from Kane. Underneath it goes Keys. This one off of the block. Vines does a good job. Joust at the nets. Centerburg wins it. Great job by Williams. Getting up there first most of the time in a joust. If you're first in the air, you're going to win it. And that's exactly what she did as she takes a seat right by us now. Turnbull to serve. Bullet just under the tape. Swing by Sharp off the hands. Caldwell second contact. Tapped over by Larimore. Van Gundy, I thought she was in the net. We continue on. Another joust. This time Northridge wins it. Definitely some controversy there, as we saw some rumbling out of the net where I thought Van Gundy went a little overboard. Vikings 7, Trojans 5 nonetheless. This ball forces an overpass. Near side, Sharp misses short. The sophomore Jasmine Larimore leading the team in kills, led the KMAC in kills. She's been quiet tonight, but definitely time for her to get involved, especially at the service line. Roll shot short, no touch on the block. We're knotted at 7. Wouldn't it be unique if it was Larimore serving that got the job done here tonight? Weisbrod runs up on it, off the tape, it's in. Another lead for the Trojans. They crawl back. Third straight serve out of Larimore. Knuckler. Set, they'll go up the middle again. This ball won by Van Gundy on the kill. So far, the MVP of this fifth set for Northridge has been number 12 up the middle, Jordan Van Gundy. However, she goes off for this play. Wasserman to serve. They go to Vines in the campfire. Ellis scoops it up. Far side, punch. We continue on. Kane ready for the dump. Weisbrod. This one will go out. It was touched by Northridge. We play ping pong here from Viking Gymnasium. Far side, Cermak punches it over the block. Near side, Weisbrod. And this one is going to be called the antenna. It's a point for Centerburg. We'll see what we see. They called it on the wrong side of the antenna. It's hard to tell. It didn't get it all the way up in the air. I'm not too sure. The official hesitated to make the call, and then he ultimately decided to make the call, and now the officials are going to convene. On the scoreboard, it sits 10-8. We're going to wait on that because this may get overturned. Dwayne Douglas standing right by the only official not in the meeting right now at the scorer's table. Boy, this would be huge if they changed the call. Three of the four officials congregating right at that position where the high judge usually is. And we'll get the official ruling here. He's pointing to something in the ceiling. I believe they're referring to a speaker that it may have touched on the way down. So if it does touch anything on the way over the net to the other team, that is a Centerburg point. So if that is what they're pointing out, then yes, that's a right call. So with that, they're going to stand by that ruling and give the Trojans a point. It's 10-8. It's a rough way for things to turn. Northridge fans certainly not happy on the other side. But Northridge forced to give the ball back. Kane continues to serve, and it's getting rowdy here at Viking Gymnasium. Here goes Kane. The junior sends it over. Far side, Cermak. This one in favor of Northridge because it was touched on the block. Here goes Abigail Sharp, the lefty. Right to Turnbull. Caldwell set, near side, blocked. Northridge ties it up. Don't you love playoff volleyball? Here we go. First to 5. Weisbrod roll shot to the campfire. Wasm there. Set from Sharp. This one off the block. Kept up somehow by the Trojans. And they put a solid attack together. Weisbrod pummels it, gets the kill, and they take the lead right back. What a night from the outskirts of Johnstown. Caldwell to serve for the Trojans. Cermak guns it. (11-11). Make a wish, whichever side you're on. Allie Fox. Jim just went quiet as she serves this. Tight play for Evans. She gets it done. Cermak dumps it. Back to Weisbrod. She's had it going. Great dig from Wasem. Far side. Evans can't get there. It's a kill from Ellis. First lead since halfway through the 5th set for the Vikings. Kane receives a serve. Back set, Weisbrod off the block. Vikings keep it alive, going back to Ellis. Old Reliable can't score there. Weisbrod approaches, campfire shot. Near side, Easterday. Weisbrod again, this one touched. Back to her, they're just gonna keep feeding Sedona. Great volley, this one off the tape, it'll drop. Vikings up 2. And a timeout by Coach Boudinot. I mean, are you not entertained? Game of the year on the OH Report on the volleyball realm, and this is night 1 of the playoffs, folks. Coach Boudinot on your screen, directing the Centerburg squad that made it all the way to a regional semifinal last year. And to think they're 2 points away from having their tournament run end before it really even starts here in the sectional championship. Vikings 13, Trojans 11. Northridge with the serve. Allie Fox sends it over. Kane receives. Back set. Power touch by Weisbrod. It's fielded by Northridge. Ellis starting to show out. Back to Ellis. This ball out of bounds and out of the gym. I can see probably 10 of the 12 players on the floor just taking big breaths. They have given it their all tonight. Sedona to the nets. In such a crucial spot, Sedona with the service error. It's 14-12, match point Northridge. Here go the Vikings. Cermak plays it short. Overpass. Yummy ball. Out. Man, oh man, was that close. Official right by me on the call. The senior will get a chance to serve again. Here goes Richardson. Keeps it in. Received by Fox. Set going back to Ellis. Two-hand tap. And it'll go out of bounds. Northridge wins it. They trailed 2-1 going into set number 4. They trailed by 7 late in that 4th set, and they crawl all the way back to win it. It's a final here from Viking Gymnasium. Northridge represents the LCL well, and they get the 5-set thriller. We'll be back live and free with your MVP tonight on the OH Report. Time now for your OH.REPORT Player of the Game, presented by North Central State College. Northridge getting a great 5-set win here in a sectional title game. Jordan Van Gundy joining us. Jordan, after a game like that, how do you kind of collect yourself? What are your emotions right now?
Well, the whole team's super excited, super stoked. We just, all the emotions.
Yeah, absolutely. So you come out here, get the 5-set win. I thought I wanted to bring you over here today because you had some great blocks early on in the game. You really established what was a stellar all-around defense. Just tell me what you were able to do to kind of help your teammates get comfortable.
Everyone plays their own part. I just did what I needed to do. It's not just one person, it's the whole team.
All right, absolutely. Jordan, and then moving forward, of course, you get the big win here against Centerburg. There's a lot more games to go. You'll start up next week with another district semifinal game. Where does it go from here? How do you guys get ready for next week?
We need to keep the energy, keep up the hard work. We have a couple practices until then. We just need to go hard and keep up our excitement until then.
Well, Jordan, congratulations on the win. Go ahead and look in that camera. Give any shout-outs you want.
Shout out to my mom. Shout out to Reese Crow. Shout out to all my teammates, of course, and my coach.
The Northridge Lady Vikings come out victorious over Centerburg today in 5 sets. Congratulations, Jordan.
Thank you.
Every time that we walk in, we know we're going to walk into a place that's very clean, and when we walk in, we have a professional environment to come to. The reliability of Pinnacle is always on the spot. We've been with them 16 years so far. They're committed, they are professional, they are very transparent with their pricing, and they excel at meeting every goal and every need we have.
Time now for your post-game show presented by the Centerburg Health and Wellness Center, branch of Knox Community Hospital. Got a special guest here with us to kind of put a bow on Centerburg's season. Special guest here with us to kind of put a bow on Centerburg. There she is, Abigail Boudinot. Coach, 5-set thriller today. You just saw a real solid Northridge team just really fight back. Just tell me about your performance, your team's performance in this game, and just how it ended up.
Yeah, we have a lot of young talent on our team, and them not having a lot of experience at the tournament level, I think showed in the first couple sets for us to be able to get comfortable. So we had some unforced errors that I wasn't super happy about. But overall, I'm really proud of this team. They've come a long way. I've really enjoyed coaching them. They're a great group. But Northridge had some things that we had to be concerned about. Number 22 on the outside has a really powerful swing, and they had some middle hitters that had great connections with their setter as well. So it was a tough match for us, obviously, but to go to 5 sets at a tournament game, that's the atmosphere you want to have.
1,000%. And then just kind of looking past this, of course, you guys become KMAC champions for a 3rd straight year.
Yep.
Still a lot to take out of this year
Sure.
with that young group. Just brag on these girls and what they've been able to accomplish.
Don't make me cry, but I just love them. They work so hard in practice. They work so hard on the off season, whether it's in volleyball or other sports. They're just an amazing group that really just has a desire to get close together as a team and also progress in volleyball. I couldn't be more proud of them. And to lose a senior like Madeline, she is just such a bright light in our gym and just such a fun person to be around. And her progress through her 4 years in Centerburg volleyball has been just awesome to see. And I know that most of our team were crying at the very end there because we're going to miss her so much. But like I told them in the huddle at the very end was, we have a very bright future for our team. So I'm already looking forward to next year to see them again. And that's the really downfall of today is I don't get to go to practice tomorrow.
And I know we're going to be excited as well to see Centerburg volleyball next season. I know there's a bunch of other people that go along with this team. Can you give any shout-outs to them kind of right now?
Yeah, I mean, we have great parents that travel to almost every single one of our games. We have the Wisebroad family and the Larimores always come. I always tell Jay Sean, Jazz's little brother, that he's our biggest fan because he always likes to come and be loud and make signs. But really, Cammie Turnbull's, her family's always here. Jalen Caldwell's family, her mom will do the book and they'll come as well. Sophia Saraki, her mom comes, and Sophia's been hurt all season, and her parents still come. So I mean, we have great supporters. I'm sorry if I missed anybody, but we have great supporters, and I couldn't be happier with the parent group that I have. I know a lot of people have complaints about their parents. I don't. My parents here are awesome, and they support Centerburg volleyball, and I love that.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the great season. I will let you get on the bus for that grueling 17-minute drive back to Centerburg High School, but thank you so much for your time, and best of luck as you go into the off season. We look forward to seeing you next year.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
And it's time to wrap up our post-game show, brought to you by Centerburg Health and Wellness and the Knox Community Hospital. Really, 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 and I mean it, really good game here tonight between Centerburg and Northridge. Probably the game of the year, and it probably will end up that even going out to the end of the postseason. These two teams fought for every inch of what they got in this game tonight. There's the set scores, 25-21, 25-23, 27-25, 25-23, and I mean those last 4 sets, those tell you the story that they literally went as far as they possibly could, and it's just unfortunate to see if you're if you're a Centerburg fan that you end up on the losing side of this thing, but these two teams battled it out, and no doubt that the Vikings deserved every little bit of this sectional title that they now hold, as they will get to go and play next week against the winner of Madison Plains and Grove City Christian, which will be exciting to see if the Vikings can pull things through as they continue their district tournament run. That will do it for us here tonight. Shout out to all of the Centerburg fans who have followed us live and free with Centerburg volleyball this season. We look forward to a great 2026 stretch, and we also look forward to seeing the rest of these tournament games go with all the rest of our teams here at the OH Report. Jonathon Langdon, Dylan Farrell signing off here as we wrap things up on this Tuesday night in district tournament action.